Hake tanked my super chat just now. LOL. It's 9 a.m. here in Los Angeles. Friday the 22nd. Friday the 22nd of August, AD 2025. What is up, Mr. Pink? I'm going to have to look up those lyrics. Shall we look them up right now? I think we shall. We're going to have a fun loosey-goosey The Hake Report, and I'm going to make sure that it's extra, extra, extra fun by going to buymeacoffee.com/JLPtalk, not to be confused with the Hake Report one. We didn't get to all of your super chats on the J. Lee Peterson show. Look out for those on Monday. Okay, we'll get them on Monday. Okay, but oh man, I can't. No, it's not Sam Cooke, right? It's not Sam Cooke. Lord. Working on the chain gang, going down, down, down. Working on the chain gang, whoop. I thought that this would be easy. Not Sam Cooke. Maybe I don't know if this will help. Back on the chain gang by the band The Pretenders, not Sam Cooke. Thank you, far left Google AI. The Pretenders, back on the chain gang. And we're just going to play, I don't know if we'll play any of it because I don't want to get a copyright takedown, okay? But just a quick thing, just to get things going. We'll get to your calls and super chats and things like that. Does this have a transcript? Transcript, yes. Back on the Okay, I didn't know that. All right. And so, nice. It's the Pretenders. I shall paste that in what? The tips? I don't even have a tips section anymore. What in the heck? What in the heck? Pardon me, guys. Pardon me. This is even worse than before. Okay. Oh, I have to refresh sometimes. The Google Docs thing, I disclaim. All right. Oh, Lord. Oh, we're going to have a fun show, guys. I do believe and hope and pray. So do you guys. Very nice. Very nice. Hold on. Oh. This is different. How do I do this? I'm in the world. Oh, duh. I'm not even there yet. Sorry, guy. Just call me a boomer. Just call me Joe Biden. This is how I picture Joe Biden doing. Let's see here. So the views expressed on this show do not represent those of Bond, of JLP, of the network, of even Hake. I don't even represent myself. And it's true. I don't. Okay? Because I may be wrong. I may be mistaken. Of course, I'm pretty open, pretty straightforward. But, see, I'm nice and far back. Still, yeah, stay away from the ledge, kids. Of the cliff. No endorsement nor opposition is implied by people's appearances, people's statements, not even my own, okay? All right? You know how I talk about Obama. No opposition to Obama is implied by my constant and valid criticisms of Obama, all right? All right? Make sure. I just like to make sure that I'm centered here. And this show is just for general entertainment, all right? I like to give you a little bit of news and stuff here and there, and people call in and educate me a little bit. You guys in the chat, too. Sometimes you're way wrong, me too. And you're welcome to call in, 1-888-775-3773. There's people getting on hold already, and I like it. And entertainment, of course. We try to, the Hake report at least tries to entertain you, and I think Mark wants to entertain you too. He mentioned that, I think. So the little disclaimer, all right? The Pretenders, back on the chain gang. Jesse, the Pretenders, back on the chain gang. That's the song. Yes. Let me play it for you real quick. Just a little brief bit. Crank it. Back on the chain gang. Something like that. I skipped ahead. No, it's a girl. So hopefully I don't get a copyright thing. You heard of the Pretenders, though. Here. I mean, it's a female-fronted group. Here, I'll send it to you. I'll send it to you. Go away. Just kidding. I texted it to you. Yeah. Very cool. It's a nice song. Thank you, Mr. Pink. Have I made it up to you, Mr. Pink, a little bit? Kind of mildly entertaining. So anyway, guys, calm down. Take everything you hear and think, I like that, with a grain of salt. Do it. Stuff to keep in mind. Disclaimer, JLP tip. He mixed up Sam Cooke and Devo. Hilarious. Oh, working in a coal mine is what he was thinking. Oh, so it's not even Pretenders? Working in a coal mine. All right. Anyway. I don't know. I'll have to look that one up later because I don't want to waste too much time, all right? Even though I do it all the time. Yeah. I think I'm ready to go. Let me just make sure I'm live on the platforms. It looks like I'm doing fine on punchy.tv. Good morning to Jim in Alaska. Good morning, pilled.net. Shout out to pilled.net. JLP is on pilled.net, and his replays are high definition. And my replays are low def because of, you have an option to upgrade your definition on pilled.net. It's veteran owned, by the way, and it's kind of fun. Anchor Baby is not on pilled.net or even DLive anymore. He doesn't stream on his DLive. Maybe he just doesn't think you guys are worth it, you redheaded stepchildren. Or maybe you should start to support him on DLive and try to convince him. You know? So, what's up, Creighton? You, you constant, whatever you are, over on the Rumble crew. The people seem to enjoy talking with your mess. Why don't you just call in with some more fast car references? That's fun, rather than your constant being of a whatever thing against JLP. Just shouting out the chat, guys. I'm live on Facebook and X. Not that anybody cares. But that's okay. I'm laughing because the old Superman, the one with the late, great Christopher Reeve's Men's History Month, I care. He's like, I care. Wonder if he cares about anybody, pouted Lois Lane. And I think this was a Clark Kent Superman movie. He's all lame. I care. What a simp. The kissing up to women. It's terrible. It's like impulse. It's like an impulse. JLP is so right. You gotta overcome the woman nature, the kiss up to woman nature that the men have. So bad. I care. Superman. The kiss up to a woman. Sick. So, anyway, guys, it's the AJ Gallardo original theme song. Get right on with the show.
Oh, it's the Hake Report, the Hake Report, la la la. Oh, it's the Hake Report, the Hake Report, la la la.
Hey, you guys! It's a great Friday morning over here in LA. Afternoon for those of you on the East Coast and further east or whatever.
Oh, it's the Hake Report, the Hake Report, la la la. Oh, it's the Hake Report, the Hake Report, la la la.
So, how you guys doing? I'm doing all right. I'm fine. I am wearing the Hake Report, unsure, holding my ears, covering my ears and singing la la la. I don't care about your Epstein, flat earth drama, but I will be taking your calls about whatever you want to talk about. T-shirt. Very nice. So get yours, thehakereport.com or hake.printify.me to go directly to that shop. Or this is the one that I got, I think, from Teespring. So I don't know, pretty sure. I forget. So whatever. If you want to do Teespring, which is to say spring, you definitely can. Peach, bold statement, says Negrodamus. Thank you. Nice. So, shall we get to Daniel in Texas, who's on the line here? How you doing, Daniel? Happy Men's History Month to you.
Happy Men's History, James.
Thank you. Yeah.
So I wanted to talk about a colonization, a European colonization in Africa.
Okay, that sounds good.
Yeah. Well, I noticed that every once in a while, whether you're on Punchy TV or JLP, you'll reference certain historical events, and you always kind of throw a line out there like you don't know anything about it, and then you kind of touch on it. So that allows me to kind of fill in the blank sometimes. It makes me feel good.
Nice.
It gives me an ego trip.
Cool.
But JLP often plays the Rudyard Kipling poem about being a man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Rudyard Kipling is, he wrote a lot in the late 1800s, wrote a lot of this exploration, the Europeans going into India and Afghanistan and various places that are uncivilized or uncivilized by Europeans.
Right.
And this same thing applies to going into Africa and what Europeans encounter when they go into these uncivilized, But these men of civilization, who all they've known is civilization, go into these uncivilized places with a dream to civilize them.
Yeah.
And many of these authors, Rudyard Kipling did a lot of fiction, and many of these authors portray this as a failed endeavor. It's kind of doomed to fail.
Even back then?
Yes, even back then.
Wow.
It seems that the common thread is the civilized man becomes himself uncivilized when venturing on these prospects.
And is that because he descends to the level of the uncivilized peoples, the savages with whom they interact?
Yes. He takes on their culture.
Of violence and rape and stuff.
Right.
Or no? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So, Joseph Conrad wrote about this in Heart of Darkness. I read a book recently about, it's called Dispatches. It was published in 1977, but it was a journalist who tagged along with the soldiers in Vietnam, and he chronicles, kind of this idea of this class of civilizations. And Joseph Conrad talks about. I know I'm kind of all over the place, but I'm trying to tie it together.
You're fine.
I'm trying to tie it to civilizing the uncivilized. And Joseph Conrad writes about this in Heart of Darkness, in a fiction where the protagonist leaves London to work for a company. He has very few prospects, but he decides to work for this company, which seems very promising. And they are making trade out of Africa. And he voyages down there. He sees initially going into the continent that ships are firing into these tribal places. It seems kind of strange. These boats firing into the unknown of what's kind of out into the continent. And he traverses through the Congo River to get to this settlement by an ivory trader from this company. And what he finds is that this ivory trader has gone native, that in his dealings with employing the natives for the resources, he employs these natives to attack other villages and to take from these other villages, and he himself falls to the rituals of this custom, and essentially becomes this uncivilized king in this uncivilized place.
Yeah,
and it destroys him. It kills him. He dies from disease.
Whoa. And
Rudyard Kipling writes about this type of thing as well. So that's Joseph Conrad's story, which is late 1800s, early 1900s. And Rudyard Kipling's story, A Man Who Would Be King, or The Man Who Would Be King, is about two British soldiers who go into Afghanistan and do the same thing. They live as kings among the locals, who see them as the inheritors of Alexander the Great and the monuments that that Alexander had built in Afghanistan, and they kind of live off this claim, and it all falls apart when they start going native. They start adopting the native customs.
Wow.
So it's kind of.
Go ahead.
Is this doomed to fail? Like, no matter, like, where is this successful? It seems to be successful when you don't adopt the culture of the place where you're going. If you bring, like in the United States, they brought this European custom. They didn't go native.
Yeah. That is super interesting. Go ahead.
Yeah, but it seems like there's a contradiction between that and what happened in Mexico and South America. Where in Mexico, it seems like there was this adoption of the native customs.
Yeah. And
So
there is, but hasn't it kind of failed?
it's kind of gone half and half.
Yeah, it's half
You
failing.
know,
Is it
it's
doing better because of America? Is it relate? It has like a better and worse because of its relationship with America, or these?
I think it's doing better because its relationship to Christendom.
Okay.
You know, and a lot of these cultures just end up becoming more modern because, well, here's what's interesting is there's not that sort of success that seems to be repeated in Africa.
Oh.
You know, you don't really have what you have in Mexico going on in Africa, where there is some success to be had.
Yeah.
You know,
That's interesting. You were saying Mexico when you started to say, it sounded like you were saying both Mexico as well as Central and South America.
Yes, because it's kind of the same idea of Europeans bringing over their technology to this untouched world, essentially.
Yeah, right.
You know, and something different happened in North America than what happened in Mexico and South America.
Something different happened in America from
in North America, with the
Canada,
with the exception of Mexico.
Yeah.
You know, and it's more than just. It seems like it's more than just linguistics.
Right.
You know, they spoke English in the United States and Canada, and in Mexico it's Spanish. You know, and then Portuguese in Brazil.
Yeah.
You know, something happened, and I don't know if it was a Catholic acceptance of all people getting together and becoming a universal church, and this allowed for kind of interbreeding. And if there was a difference between this and the nation idea in Protestants, because the German Reformation, the Protestant Reformation, was the birth of nations, essentially. Mark, if you're out there, birth of a nation, right? Well, the Protestant Reformation did that. It created this idea of nations as opposed to empires.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that has something to do with the differences between adopting the native cultures in Mexico and the lack of adoption of it in the United States and Canada.
So, okay, so if we can break down these three types of colonization, if you will, we have the African colonization, where the whites eventually, most of them left or had to leave or whatever.
Right.
But they left behind some remnants. And then, and doesn't seem very successful overall.
Right.
And then we have North America, meaning, except for Mexico, because Mexico is part of North America, right?
Right.
You have USA and Canada, and then you have Mexico and Central and South America. Those are the three different examples of colonization. And are you saying, would you agree with me that North America is the most successful version of the colonization? Then Mexico and Central and South America is the second most successful, but it has more problems per capita. And then Africa is the worst example, meaning it just didn't work, really, at least when they left.
I think so. And the question is, the things that made the first one successful over the other two, is that recipe lost? Is that ability to civilize in that manner, is that lost? Is there no means of doing that ever again?
Oh, because that was the first example? Was North America the first example of colonization?
No, I'd say Mexico was before that.
That makes sense, because they landed
in
the Caribbean and Mexico, right? or
Yeah.
Central and South America and Mexico. Interesting. And then they went north.
But
Well, you mentioned the Anglos, and it's not just linguistics. The Anglos, English, and whoever else was colonizing up here
right.
were more, let's say, akin to what God commanded in the Bible of not adopting, not intermarrying with these other nations and following after their gods.
Yeah.
Whereas that happened with the Spanish and Portuguese, they tended to mix with the natives, it seems like.
Yeah. And I don't know if that's because there are larger population centers of natives in those regions, and therefore compelling them is harder.
Oh, interesting. Meaning forcing them to get along with us or submit to us.
Right.
Yeah.
Because many of the expeditions that happened after the conquest of Mexico was to find another Mexico, another place that was that affluent, and they never did.
Interesting. Wait, say that one more time. They were looking for.
So Mexico had a very large population center that was
American Indian, if you will.
Yes.
Yeah.
It had the largest population center of natives of the entire New World.
Okay, wow.
You never had that same thing in the Incans or the various tribes in Brazil or the Amazon. You didn't have it in North America either. You had remnants of civilizations, but the largest civilization was in Mexico.
That factor didn't really occur to me at all. I just thought that maybe the Spanish were more loosey-goosey with their ideas of not mixing, but that's a completely added factor, like where it's kind of unavoidable.
Yeah, you're dealing with a greater population size.
Right, so you're gonna run into more pretty women, and you won't be able to resist. Super interesting. And then, but Africa seems completely different in that they didn't tend to mix, I don't think. Maybe they did. Maybe they did much more than I'm thinking.
No, and that's where it's like what happened in Africa, because you do have a more sparse civilization like you did in North America. You don't have these large clusters of civilization.
Yeah.
So, but did you still have a large population in Africa that would just dominate any sort of attempt at civilizing the Dark Continent?
Well, people bring up genetics or the black tendency towards violence and dysfunction. I don't know if it was stronger among the blacks than it was among the so-called indigenous people on this side of in the New World.
Yeah.
I don't know if that was a factor, but it's definitely a factor today. And I don't know if it's genetics, but I'm just saying their culture and tendency is so much more violent, like shockingly much more violent than even the Hispanics. But when I say Hispanics, I mean the Indians, the mestizos. I don't like to call them Native Americans or Mexicans,
right.
or because Mexican means whatever. You know what I mean? Like, even though the Latinos are considered quite violent, but it pales in comparison to the black violence, I think, around the world, for whatever reason.
It's definitely a factor. I mean, it's not. It's very much present that these places in Africa are just not like the Mexican, the native Mexicans.
Yeah,
they're just not the same people.
Now, I think of some African countries as sort of civilized, or trying to be, like they're sort of Christian, and like Kenya, I don't know, maybe Uganda trying to be Christian and not gay. I think.
Yeah.
I don't know much about them. Where does India fall? Is India is kind of like Africa, except it's more successful because it's more Asian?
Yeah, it's like they have I don't know if it's because they have a large population pool to pull from.
Huge.
But yeah, and I don't know the condition. It seems like the conditions in India aren't that much better than Africa.
Yeah. No, I think you're right. Especially, I mean, they're kind of, some of them are doing them okay, and some of them come here and do quite all right. And some Africans come here, Nigerians will come here and do well. But overall, their countries, I don't know.
Yeah.
Huh.
And I don't have the answer for it either. I don't have the answer or the solution for making these places as successful as the United States.
Yeah.
It seems like that method is kind of lost to time.
Interesting. It just reminds me, I had brought up, I alluded to where God commanded the people, his Israelites, at least according to the Bible, not to mix with these people, and not to marry their women, because I think God knew the man's weakness, that he would follow after her god.
Yeah.
Whereas at least if you marry a so-called Christian woman, you'll marry a so-called version of, you'll start worshiping a so-called version of her god, which is really Satan. I don't know.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Yeah.
Whereas, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. And it seems like there's just no way of creating something like that. And, anyway, a lot of this, a lot of these things I think about are because of these books that I read, and many of them come out of these fictions.
Yeah.
But there's certainly a lot of truth to what's being said in these things.
I saw this quote from, I think, 1984, which is, of course, fiction, but it pulls from what was really going on. And it was incidentally, it was about women, but it reminds me of what you're talking about, where you can draw some lessons. This quote had to do with the guy didn't like women in particular, and especially not the young and pretty ones. They fell for to be like bigotedly radical and adherence to the party, if you will.
Yeah.
The powers that be. And
right.
That's, although it's a fiction, that's the truth.
Yeah. Yeah, it seems like a lot of these problems come through the women.
Yep.
The women are basically these useful vessels for pushing this agenda.
Yeah. Interesting, man. And is it misguided? Is it ego to be trying to go to these other places and civilize them? I get the notion of going over and settling and conquering, and this is like, as conquering and conquest go, being colonizing seems like the most peaceful and friendly way of taking over an area, as opposed to war and stuff. Granted that wars do happen in the midst of colonizing, but it's not like Genghis Khan level burning of towns, if that's what Genghis Khan did. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, it certainly seems like a more amicable approach.
Takeover. It's a friendly takeover as opposed to a hostile takeover.
Yeah. But the Europeans were known for the benevolence of their kings. Really not any place, even outside of Western Europe, do you have this benevolent king concept.
Yeah.
Because even the Eastern Europeans were these tyrants.
Wow. So Western Europe had the benevolent kings. And was that because they were Christian, or was it more like Enlightenment? Did Enlightenment have anything to do with Christianity necessarily?
I don't know what's going on, except I would imagine the Eastern kings would be closer to
the soulless Asians,
the Muslim, the Muslim
Oh, okay.
populations.
Yeah. Right.
The Russians were always dealing with the Turks down there, and
they had to be brutal.
Yeah, that was always a thorn in Russia's side.
Yeah.
That and Poland, for some reason, the Polish just could not get along with the Russians. And I think it's probably because the Polish were straddling this line of the benevolent kings in the West and these tyrannical kings in the East.
Yeah.
And they just didn't want to be a part of the tyranny of the East.
Wow. Men's history.
So then it goes to, so then the question is, well, does the tyrannical Eastern, which is, they're Slavs, but they're kind of the white Europeans still.
Yeah.
Russia's still white European.
Yep.
Why aren't they doing any better? Why aren't they faring any better?
Because those, are they? Russia's not doing that great, right?
Right.
And some of these other countries, we are happy for them that they're militantly against the gay agenda and against the immigration. But are they doing well? Poland, Hungary, are they doing well or no?
Oh, man. It seems like I can't see the forest for the trees, to be honest. I can't tell who is doing well.
Yeah, I don't
except
know
for
either.
China. It seems like China is doing very well.
Well, you say that, and you may be right, but Denny from Bulgaria has told me that China is really not doing well, actually. And I don't know.
What is he referencing?
I think he thinks that they are a house of cards. I vaguely recall one of his calls he hasn't been able to call in, at least not for free, since they closed down Skype. But within like the last year or so, he mentioned that China is actually not doing that well. And I don't know what he means, or I forget what he said.
Huh.
Yeah.
Because if you look at their cities, their cities look like these futuristic,
yeah,
crazy futuristic cities.
Yeah.
They definitely look higher technology than our cities.
Yeah, good point. And their people tend to fall in line better, submit to authorities, and be respectful to one another better per capita.
Yeah.
Interesting. And they can steal our technology and get away with it.
Yeah.
Nice. Interesting, man. It's a mystery.
It is, man. But anyway.
Great call.
I'm glad
Thank
we
you,
can
man.
talk about that.
Yeah.
All right.
Take care.
I'll talk to you later.
Bye. Let's get some excitement, shall we? Tony in California. How you doing, sir?
Hey, how the heck are you, Mr. Hank Report? La, la, la.
I'm doing fine. You have a nice voice there, Tony. All blacks
thank you,
can
sir.
sing.
That's a gift from God. Yeah, so the reason I'm calling you today because I see that Trump...
Can I interrupt you briefly? May I interrupt you briefly?
Yeah,
Did you hear?
Sure.
Did you hear our coffees on the Jesse Lee Peterson show making fun of you?
No.
Today,
what happened? I missed it.
The other day.
What happened?
Maybe earlier this week, maybe last week. We're making fun of how you call in, Jesse, I want my country back. Why these white folks always...
No, I missed that one. I got to go back and look that one up, my friend.
You are very entertaining. Anyway, go on. You started to talk about Trump.
Well, yeah, the thing is Trump, and they're giving all these reports how safe D.C. is. 4 days or 5 days, they talking about this is the safest they've ever been. We ain't had one murder.
Nice.
Come on, man. Trump. What kind of clown show is he running in the White House?
A truth
I
clown.
don't.
A truthful
I,
clown.
yeah, you're right. I mean, he's just a pure clown, bro. I mean, I ain't never seen no mess like this before. And this is what y'all voted for. He talking about all food prices down, gasoline is down, everything is down, and that's the biggest lie he ever came out of his mouth.
Oh, you think so?
But I know so. Ain't no thinking in it. I got people all over this country traveling,
Uh-huh.
and they send me reports on how much diesel fuel is, and it's ridiculous.
Right.
I mean, it's ridiculous. It's
It
going
really
up.
is. Thanks, Obama. Am I right?
Nah, but see, that was y'all. Y'all always want to run back and blame others instead of pointing the finger at yourself.
Well,
Because y'all put this trash in the White House. Man.
no,
y'all
this,
put this
thi-
trash
this
in
is
the
a
White House.
righteous man who's cleaning up the White House,
A
turning it
righteous man.
white on the inside.
Come on, man.
Yeah,
How you
he's
gonna
a-
say this man righteous and he was dealing with kids back in the day?
He's a real American hero, our greatest president, Trump.
What that's what white folks do. They play with children. They molest children. They kill children. They kill their spirit. And y'all not trying to protect the children today. I ain't never seen a mess like this in my life. And
Which
it's more
is-
kidnapping.
It's funny
and
because
children.
blacks do all
It
of
don't
that
make
more,
sense.
blacks do all of that stuff much more per capita than whites, FYI.
Come on,
Not that it's
come on,
irrelevant
come
to
on,
this conversation. Trump,
Come on, Jesse Jr.
Trump is loving and protecting the children. He even shut down the LGBTIQ 988 number. Now it's just 988 for everybody because you should be treated the same, not kissed up to with the evil within you if you're a
And then he talking
LGBTIQ
about-
plus.
Now he's trying to whitewash the Smithsonian Museum.
Yeah,
I mean,
the
come on, man.
Smithsonian, because they were kissing
Keep
up to
it
how
real.
bad black slavery was and
Keep
stuff
it
like
real.
that.
Keep
Yeah,
it real.
that's what Trump is
why
doing.
y'all can't?
Trump keeps it
That's
real.
Yeah, he's the biggest liar that ever set foot on Pennsylvania Avenue.
Not true.
It
Obama,
is true.
Clinton, those were huge
Man,
liars. Are you kidding me? Trump was a truth
Yeah.
teller. It's so refreshing
How is it refreshing? But
because he tells you what you already know, but nobody wants to say. At least not in the mainstream.
He wanted to call the troops to D.C., but January 6th he didn't call nobody, did he?
Sure, he did.
That was the biggest scandal, the biggest upset, killing police and all that.
There was no killing of police in January 6th.
The police ain't died from January 6th.
Some police did commit suicide, or one of them got like a brain aneurysm or something. Committing suicide is not killing police. That's a police killing himself.
Hey, excuse me.
Excuse you.
If January 6th had never happened, that police officer probably still be here.
I don't know about that. Officer Sicknick, you're talking about? The Trump supporter?
Bro, the one that died.
Yeah, the one who
How
died
about
from
the
the brain
lady that got shot?
from the brain
How about the
aneurysm
lady
or whatever?
how about the one that was crawling through the window and got shot in the neck?
You mean
the
that
Air
gal?
Force lady.
The beautiful lady? Ashley Babbitt?
Yeah, the one that got killed.
She was a veteran, not a cop. She was also
I
a Trump supporter.
She was crawling through the window, and the officer said, "Stop! Don't come! Do
Okay.
not come!" And she kept coming, and he shot her.
Yeah, right.
So the thing is, them people would still be here if it weren't for January 6th.
She would have been here today if she hadn't crawled through the window.
That's what I just said.
I
sir.
know you said if it weren't for January 6th. You're trying to blame Trump for her actions and for Officer Mike Bird's actions.
Of course.
That doesn't make sense. You're being kind of a woman or / communist.
Trump is the one that organized this mess.
Not really.
Yes, he did. Cause he told say, "Y'all come on down,
Yes.
and I'll be there with you." And he never showed.
Got him. He's like,
he never showed.
But he didn't mean
I'll be there with
Do you think that Trump meant for her to be climbing through a broken window? You think Trump would support
what
that?
they did to the Capitol building, they put feces all over the wall.
I asked you a different question.
I'm just telling the truth on the matter, man.
No, you're telling facts, not the truth.
Let the truth be told.
No, you're telling facts, not the truth. And you're also spouting stuff that's not actually even a fair assessment of what happened. But
Oh my
Do
God!
you
They
think
didn't
Trump?
spend
Do you
millions of
think?
dollars to clean the
Quick,
clean the
real quick
Capitol.
question. I'm just curious how fair-minded
Okay,
you are. Do you think Trump would
sure.
endorse, on a personal level, a woman crawling through a window that was broken?
He don't care. He don't care about you,
So is that a
Jesse,
no?
me, nobody.
So if he doesn't care, does that mean no? He wouldn't endorse that in his
Yes,
person?
he would. He don't care what you do, bro. As long
So,
as he getting
right.
his agenda done.
Yeah.
As long as he getting his agenda done by any means necessary. He don't care who dies or who gets injured.
By any
or
means
who gets
necessary
whatever.
is a communist thing. That's not Trump. He doesn't do
What you
stuff
mean?
by any means necessary. Trump does
Yes,
things
he-
by the
He
book.
told the police officer to do what you have to do by
Right.
any means necessary.
No,
so
he
what you
didn't.
saying?
I
He
don't
ain't
think that
saying
he used the phrase "by any means necessary." That's a communist/black buzz phrase. That's your people's stuff. Trump is a man
What's
of
a you
law and
people?
order, and he
What's
wants
a
the
you
cops to be
people?
able to do whatever they want, defend themselves. Do whatever you want if they
Defend
spit in your
yourself.
face.
If anybody doing nothing to you, why do you have to defend yourself?
If somebody spit on you, that's not doing nothing to you. That's doing something to you.
Okay, but the thing is, anybody spitting on the
Do
police.
you endorse
okay?
spitting on police?
I said nobody's spitting on the police.
Oh,
That's
so now you're
another-
denying. Now you're
that's
denying
another
it. But
lie.
that's not what I
That's
asked
another
you.
lie from Trump.
That's not what I
another-
asked you. Do you endorse spitting on police?
I don't endorse spitting on nobody.
Nice. Thank you. How about police?
I said that's a individual. Nobody is nobody.
So police are people too, huh?
Exactly.
Then how come you don't treat them like people?
How you gonna sit down? I have police in and out of my office every other day. What you talking about?
Is Derek Chauvin a person? Is Derek Chauvin
he's a
somebody?
He's a prisoner. That's what he is now.
Is he a person?
Of course he's a person.
And is he somebody?
Not no more, he ain't.
Wow.
He's a number.
Wow.
He's a number now.
No, numbers are somebody's.
Well, not according to the prison system.
Prisoners are
he's a
people
number.
too.
He's a number.
Wow, you're dehumanizing him. Shame
Well,
on you.
that what the
Our
United
babies,
States of
our
America
babies,
do.
our unborn babies, people.
No,
Wow, dehumanizing the babies. Are Jews people?
I don't know. No, I don't know.
Wow.
I haven't seen a real
Shocking.
Jew.
I completely
I haven't
disavow
seen-
Tony's comments.
I haven't seen a
Dehumanizing,
Jew.
playing dumb on whether Jews are people. Of course they're people, Tony.
I haven't seen one.
Calling cop prisoners people. Won't
I
you do
haven't
that?
seen one.
You haven't seen a Jew?
Hank report. No, I haven't. Have
And
you?
calling and saying unborn babies are not people.
I see people that claim they're Jew, just like you claim that you're white.
Wow.
But you're not white.
I disclaim your anti-Semitism. All one word, no hyphen,
Once-
to make it
once
seem
a-
real.
Once again, we are human beings, bro.
Well, then act
Okay.
like one.
But the thing is, y'all put these labels on it so y'all can carry yourself thinking you better than others.
Wow. Exactly.
But the thing is, we are human. So let's try to
Thank
keep
you.
it on the level of being
Are
human.
babies, are unborn babies human?
No, because they haven't born yet. So how they going to
Yes,
be a
they're
baby?
human? What in the world?
Come on now. It's
You're a
just-
science denier.
No.
Get
it's the truth.
get off my stage, Bible
It's that-
denier.
How can you say it's something that you haven't seen yet?
Because you can see it. You can see it through ultrasound thing.
Once
You can
again,
see
my
the
friend,
woman's
How can
stomach.
you claim something
You
that
can
you
see the
haven't
woman's
seen?
belly getting all puffed out with the
That
baby
could be
inside of
nothing
it.
but- that could-
Obviously,
that
there's a
could be-
baby inside it.
No, no, it's not.
No, it's
No,
a
it's
human.
not.
It's a human inside of it. It is a baby.
Well, the thing is,
It is a baby and it's a
until you-
human.
Until
And it's a
it
person.
takes its first breath, until it takes its first breath of air.
Shout out to the ladies who do the abortion. We love you still. No guilt. Just because you
Who
killed
invented-
somebody,
Who invented?
just
Who
because you
invented
killed,
abortion?
you were just wanted convenience. You wanted your life.
Who
I
invented
understand
abortion?
it. No
Just like
judgment.
who invented racism?
I
Can you answer
I
that?
can't answer that because I don't want to be anti-Semitic. No hyphen.
Because you know the answer to it. Oh, brother, you know the answer to it all.
And
You
who
sit
fell
there
for
while you sit there
racism
laughing.
Who fell for the fake lie of racism the hardest? Blacks. I'll answer for you. Blacks.
What do you
Shout
mean?
out.
What do you mean fell for it?
You
Yeah,
fall
you right.
for
We
it like
fell for it.
crazy. You're the
Yeah,
most guilty of it, and
when
you
the-
fall for it,
when they-
accusing us of being it,
when they
thinking
were
you're better.
when they were beating them and shooting them and getting pat on the back, yeah, we did fall for it. We fell on the ground, died for it, and everything. You're right. You showed them right for that one, my friend.
Very poetic.
Yeah, look, ask George Wallace where your boy Jesse from, Alabama.
A better man than you.
Ask him about George Wallace. How many times his people
George
got beat up?
Wallace accomplished more than you and me combined.
Accomplished what? Hatred. And then on his dying last words, he said, "I apologize to the blacks for the way I treated them." Ain't that something?
Did he? I don't know if I believe
look
you.
it up. Look it up. That's what I got to say. Look it up.
Isn't that nice? So then why are you hating on him?
Why I'm hating on him?
Are you on your deathbed? Are you going to apologize to the whites and to Jesse for your slanderous, murderous thoughts against us?
I go, hey, like y'all teach the white people and the black people and everybody else. I go pray for you.
Nice.
Put you in my thoughts and prayers, and that's like they say it on TV. Put you in my thoughts and prayers. I ain't thinking about you. Y'all gotta get a life, man. Stop fooling people, man. Stop telling these lies about religion. It's nothing but a scam.
Lies.
Scamming people out their money. That's all it is. Lies and deception.
Nice.
That's all it is. But hey,
are you in your
people gonna
60s
wake up
yet,
soon,
or are
man.
you still in your 50s?
Excuse me?
Are you in your 60s yet? Do you mind if I ask? Or are you still in your 50s?
I'm knocking on the door.
You're knocking on the door
Knocking on the door.
of 60.
Yes.
Right on, man. Well, happy early birthday. Happy Men's History Month to you.
But that won't be until October. I want y'all to throw me a party. I'm coming knocking on y'all door. Y'all let me in.
You don't seem very
And then
open.
and
You
then-
don't seem very
and then I'm
open
gonna
to real church.
And then I'm going to take y'all down the street about 2 or 3 blocks, and we're going down there and help the homeless. I'm going to bring the food. I just want
You do that.
and
You do
Jesse
that
to help
yourself.
pass it out. I want
No.
y'all to help me pass it out. Can y'all do that?
No.
Or y'all got too much pride? You too much pride to do that.
It's not about pride. It's about
What is it?
it's about
What
being
is it then?
practical. The best
What do
way
you
that
mean
you can help the homeless is tune them into the Jesse Lee Peterson show when he's talking about the bums on the street and how close you are to being a bum as well. You non-bums.
Well, we all that close.
Right,
'Cause
very
all
close.
it takes is all it takes is one good nuclear bomb, and we all be beside each other, standing outside. That's all it do for China or Russia to send it on across here and take care of the United States, and then we all be in the same category.
Indeed.
So don't think you so much better than anybody else. because you're not.
Right. I'm with you on that one. 2 hoops and a holler.
Yeah.
From being
but the thing is,
from being a ridiculous, evil bum on the street.
and
Shout
then
out.
what is y'all doing, man? Why y'all trying to cheat? Why is he talking about mail-in ballots? He gonna stop mail-in ballots? He can't do that.
Well, watch him. See what happens.
Oh, don't worry. We watching him like a microscope.
I know. You're not even watching yourself. If you watched yourself, you would be supporting him.
Believe me, my friend. That man don't know what he's doing. He robbing America. He done made over $4 billion just robbing us.
Nice. Good.
That's all he's doing, robbing us.
He deserves it.
He deserves it. Oh, you know what thing? You say the right word at the time. He deserves what's coming.
No, he
Believe
deserves
Believe
$4 billion for saving America.
God gonna take care of him. Look at my
Indeed.
friend. I got to go.
God
now.
is
I
taking
got
care
to go.
of him. All right, take care,
I'll
Tony.
talk to you later. Bye bye.
All right, bye. He even got tired of talking. What a mess. William in California, I believe this is William the Third. How you doing, William?
Hey, what's going on, James?
Not too much. How about you?
Yeah, I'm all right.
Right on.
Great show yesterday. I listened to you guys. miles driving. But you guys, good show. Good show. Happy Men's History Month.
Thank you. Are you referring
And
to Punchy TV? That show?
I didn't hear that one.
Okay.
I listened to your two shows yesterday.
Oh, you called into Punchy TV.
That was Wednesday, wasn't it?
Yeah. I was wondering. Okay, so you caught my show and Anchor Baby and JLP.
Yeah.
Nice.
The early stuff. Yeah. Were you guys on Punchy yesterday?
No. I was just confused which show.
Oh,
shows.
okay. Yeah, that was a good question you asked Anthony out there. That's a damn shame.
By Anthony, you're referring to Tony?
Yeah. What is your problem, Watermelon? He needs to put it. He needs to
He'll
put
fall
his
for
helmet
anything as long as it's for evil.
He needs to put his helmet back on. Oh my God!
Indeed.
How can somebody that old act so silly? I don't get it. I
Yeah,
like having,
I
like doing jokes too. I like having fun too.
Me too.
But that right there is real. That's him.
Right.
Him.
Yeah. I told him one time that his grown children, don't respect him because he's such a joke. Like, he's such a joke, I can't imagine that his children respect him.
I can't see anybody taking Tony serious.
Right. But maybe in other contexts, like he claims to be a businessman.
James, stop.
Indeed.
Stop. Businessmen don't act like that. Just do our Men's History Month. Let's do that real quick before we talk about what I wanted to talk about. Let's start off with Ric Flair.
Hey, the late great, right? Is he goner? I think he's a goner.
Did he die? I'm not sure.
No. Maybe I'm confusing him with Ultimate Warrior.
Oh, yeah, maybe.
Ric Flair. Oh, come on.
It'll tell you if he's dead if you do win him. I think.
No. I. It's kind of like when I did Rest in Peace, Scott Adams. Sorry, Scott Adams.
No, I think his bio will tell you automatically if.
Yeah, he is. So he is alive, not was. Is an American retired professional wrestler, Ric Flair.
Okay.
Right on. 76 years old. Not too shabby. Born in Memphis. Richard Morgan Flair, F-L-I-E-H-R, but changed it to be more flair, have more flair to his name. Cool.
Yeah.
Spanned 50 years. Greatest professional wrestler of all time.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
I think his parents were in the medical field as at least one of them. I think his parents were very educated, and they wanted him to go in that direction and everything. But Rick, what he cut up in college, he had a good time. Let's put it that way. And he took it to the next level. His brand, he really excelled. His brand excelled quickly. It's in the game for a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
4 children he had, and 1, 2, 3, 4 marriages and a partner, meaning a female living, I guess.
Okay. Yeah. Wife.
Yeah. Shout out. Yeah. A man. Born in 49. That's a good year to be born in, I think.
Yeah, they make him a kid in the 50s. Yeah, probably was a good time. I hear older people tell me that they really had fun back then. So. Yeah. And they had less to do. Well, they had things to do, but they don't have all the things we have.
Yep.
So I never really hear people that age complain about their childhood too much.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't acceptable to complain about your childhood in the good old days.
That's true. Yeah, when kids were kids, huh?
Yeah.
And not running the house. Yeah. My second one is going to be Nate Archibald.
Nate Archibald.
Yeah.
Let's find out about Nate Archibald. What was he?
I'm a sports guy as a basketball player.
Okay. American former basketball point guard. Nate Archibald. Black.
Tiny Archibald.
And he was known as Tiny? Nathaniel Tiny Archibald. American former, is still alive, an American former pro basketball player, 14 years in the NBA, notably with the Royals, Cincinnati Royals, and Kansas City Omaha Kings, and Boston Celtics. 6'1".
Yeah.
Point guard. That's what Kobe was, right? Something like that? Whatever that
Kobe
means.
Kobe was a 2. He was a shooting guard.
So I don't know anything.
And Pete
Typical.
Maravich and Tiny Archibald and Pistol Pete both had they had handles. I think both of them were point guards. Yeah.
Handles meaning they were good ball handlers.
Oh my God, yes.
Huh,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah. The guy Pete Maravich and Tiny, both of them.
Pistol Pete.
They make you look very, very stupid on a basketball court.
Yeah.
Well, it comes with a lot of practice, though.
Break your ankles.
Yeah, they broke ankles way back in the 60s. They broke ankles.
Metaphorically speaking, people didn't actually break their ankles getting juked by them. Juked is a football term, right?
Yeah. Shake your leg off, that kind of stuff. Or just do a move that that they would back when I was into that, I was younger.
Poor guy.
I remember guys that did things on the court and everybody on the side would go, ooh.
Yep.
That was deep. That's the one we say. That was deep.
It's when they brought in that jungle ball. The blacks were so stylish with their movement, it changed the game, right?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. They you gotta admit they did that.
Yep. Talent.
Yeah. Yeah. And my third and final is going to be Dick Clark.
Hey. The late great. He's gone, right?
He's gone, yeah.
Is it with a come on. Dick Clark. No E at the end. He did he died in 2012. I didn't realize it was that long ago. Born in 29.
Yeah.
Died in Santa Monica. Born in Mount Vernon, New York. Richard Wagstaff Clark. American radio and television personality. Nice. American Bandstand, 56 to 89.
Yeah.
Which exposed the country to future music legends Chuck Berry, Jerry Lee Lewis, shrewd businessman, Dick Clark was.
Oh, yes, he was. Yeah. Yeah, the show actually used to be in New York.
I know him from New Year's Eve stuff because, I was a kid during the 90s, I guess, became aware of him. And he was around forever. I mean, we can see it.
Yeah, a long time. The show started in New York, and then he came to L.A. later. But, Dick Clark.
Right on.
That's
Whoa, did he? Okay, so wow. The show gave many new music artists their first exposure to national audiences, including the Supremes, Ike and Tina Turner, Smokey Robinson and the Miracles, Stevie Wonder, Simon and Garfunkel, Iggy Pop, Prince, Talking Heads, and Madonna. Wow.
Yeah. Even more than that.
That is and more than that. But those
more than that.
That's a lot of huge names. I mean, granted.
Yeah.
Shout out.
Yeah, you didn't name half of them.
Right.
You didn't name half of them. This dude was a beast.
Wow.
He was a beast.
Was he a Christian or what was he? Let's see.
Well, I'm sure.
Was he Jewish?
Not sure about that either, but maybe they're good business people.
Although if he was born in the teens, born in 29, born in 29 in New York, that's got to be a normal American white Christian, right? I think.
Probably so. You said Mount Vernon, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably so.
Right on.
Yeah. And why are you guys always talking? Who's this always talking about January 6th? That's over.
I know. It's so laughable and ridiculous. Like Black Lives Matter riots and insurrection of 2012 and 2020 and 20.
You love talking to liars, don't you? That entertains you, don't it?
It does.
Talking to liars.
Well, especially the black. You got to admit, Tony's
Pelosi.
sort of amusing.
Come on. Tony's a liar.
Yeah.
Nancy Pelosi and Muriel Bowser organized everything in D.C. January 6th. What is he talking about?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. You're a mess.
Yeah, it was
You're
a total
mess.
setup.
Yeah. That's all these gotcha calls. You're ridiculous.
Yeah. Look at his nerdy boy.
Just report the news, Tony. News recently. January 6th over. Tony, you need to put your helmet back on, Tony.
That's a fact.
But, golly, they made a clip out of him?
No, we were. I'm referring to super chats. There's been super chats about Tony mocking him, and you know how JLP will will imitate him and be like, Jesse, I want my country back.
I like when JLP does this to him. Tony. You know what, Tony? What are you talking about, Tony? And then all of a sudden, out of the blue, bye, Tony.
Yep.
Oh, Lord.
It's great hearing from you, man.
Wait a minute. Black Friday. What do you think about Letitia James's big loss and Trump's big win?
I heard about that on the JLP show that oh, nice. Right on.
Yeah.
I'm looking at Anchor Baby. He's getting himself set up or gathering his things. He's going to be taking a flight, American Anchor Baby, I do believe. On his show, American Anchor Baby Airlines. But yeah, I heard about that on the JLP show that Tish James, she was trying to InfoWars onion our greatest president Trump's assets. And that's not right, said some appeals court.
Hey, that's why you don't listen to big black cockeyed queens. She's so cockeyed. I'm like, damn. She'd be talking to people and everybody in the room be looking around. Well, who's she talking to? The one eye going this way and the other going the other. So, but yeah, that's huge loss for her. And there seems to be falling off the wagon so much right now, because black women have a lot against Trump. Letitia James, Bonnie Willis, Karen Bass is taking losses. They're not doing too good right about now. And how about the crime in D.C.? It's up to 600 and something right now. Guns are being seized off the streets in D.C.
600 guns?
600 people arrested. They got 600,
600 arrested.
Yeah, they're really
I love it.
Rolling through there. The jackhammers is taking all the Black Lives Matter stuff down, all the DEI, woke everything.
That's right.
They're having a fit. But shout out to Washington, D.C. That's Chocolate City. And
very black. And they don't know what's good for them, apparently. According to some poll, many of them feel less safe. Maybe because they're criminals or criminal sympathizers. They are
criminals.
Mothers of criminals or something.
Well, who do you think raised those
Never
kids?
Trust the polls. Exactly.
Bill, who do you think raised those kids?
Evil, weak, pathetic mamas.
Black women.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out to David and Ocala yesterday, no pun intended, about Robert McNamara, and I do understand what he's saying because my father was under him too. He went to Vietnam. He didn't come back hurt, but there's a lot of things that those guys didn't talk about. No, mine didn't talk about. He says, I don't really want to talk about these nasty things that I did.
Nice.
So, these guys are at war, and then we also had a lot of pushback with the public during that time.
Of course.
Shout out to him. There's no pun intended. I get what he's saying. Because,
no ill will or no problem taken. No offense taken.
David's my guy.
Indeed.
David's my guy. And no pun intended. And I heard something about China. China is not doing good at all. Those tariffs are wearing them out. And most of those buildings that you see are empty.
Okay.
All those big, tall skyscraper apartments, they're empty, half built. China's not doing too good, but America is.
Nice. Thank you, William. I appreciate it, man. I got to keep it moving.
Right.
Take care, sir.
Take care.
All right. Wow. Okay, so we're past the top of the hour. A few super chats. Okay, I would be remiss if I weren't to get to them. Do you mind? I feel like I got some super chats, right? Yeah. Popcorn gave a super chat, and everybody loves Popcorn's thump keg, right? If everybody loves anybody. Anti-white, white hater, normal whites. Those are terms I've heard you use pretty frequently during your show. Although white hater may be more attributable to Mark from Los Angeles, indeed. I'm not certain I've heard you use that term, he says. Is there any particular reason you never use the terms anti-black, black hater, normal blacks? Please answer that if you could. Lastly, if you define these terms, I assume whatever definition you have of anti-white, for example, is the same as being anti-black, just different races? Question mark, he asks. Okay, so anti-white is people who push the fake idea of like racism and stuff. That is an example of anti-white. It's dominant in the culture, quite dominant. White hater, I don't use that really, although they do hate whites. Normal whites I use to define, like the normal American whites. As we learned in school, the WASPs, white Anglo-Saxon Protestants, meaning, you Irish, more Catholic, you Italians are kind of Catholic. It's just not normal. Although you're white enough to be hated, I grant you. And then the Jewish whites, Jews are not white. Yeah, they're white enough to be hated, though, sometimes. And then when they're accused and called that stuff, they're like, well, actually, I'm Jewish, and I identify with your victimhood. So they're not normal whites, and they tend to be more liberal per capita, by the way. And not only the Catholic thing with regard to the Jews, the Irish and Italians, they tend to identify with being Irish and with Italian more than the normal whites. Though you can find some Germans who are like, I'm German. Or you can find some others who are close to their old country heritage or whatever. But most of us normal whites, we're just American. We're American. Many generations, or maybe not so many generations, just American. So that's what normal whites is. Because there's a whole lot of whites who call themselves white. There's even Hispanics who consider themselves white. And shout out to them. And they tend to be more anti-Jewish per capita. I don't know why. Maybe because they don't have that guilt or that fear or that training. Nice. And also the Hispanics tend to say the N-word more per capita, by the way, whether they're white or brown or what, or even black Hispanic. So anyway, that's anti-black. It just doesn't happen that much. It just doesn't happen that much. Black hater and normal blacks. I do sometimes distinguish the normal black Americans from the Caribbean blacks. Like the Jamaicans don't consider themselves black because then they'll get mixed up with these other blacks, although they fall for that mess sometimes. And then the African blacks, it's just a different type of a black. And then anti-black and black hater, occasionally you can get some of that stuff. Now, I do know that there are blacks who are just sick of the blacks, and they become kind of anti-black blacks. And sometimes you can find some whites. It just doesn't happen much. It does happen on X, and sometimes on Cozy TV. You might Cozy.tv. Nick Fuentes isn't like that, but there's some people who call themselves gripers, whether they are or not, right? I have no idea. They'll just be like, simply because Jesse's black, they're like, N-word. and they don't want to accept it. Or on BitChute. It's pretty bad on BitChute. Just the angry, antisocial, cannot get along with anybody type of people. Those are anti-black, clearly. But, like, when I think of the people whom you might consider anti-black, popcorn, such as Mark, a little, but he's not really. He might be. And then Hayden doesn't really have any guilt about the criticism of the blacks. He doesn't. But they're not really anti-black. And these old laws, I don't know if it's true what Tony was talking about, where that guy, George Wallace, said he's sorry for what he did to the blacks. I don't know if that's true or not. I don't really feel like looking it up because I don't want to waste too much time. I only have 40 minutes or less to the end of the show. My goodness. Hope I make it. I don't know. I wasn't there. All these laws about the Jim Crow stuff and, the disproportionate lynchings and stuff like that. I'm not for extrajudicial killing, but I understand the frustration and the distrust of law enforcement and by the whites and of the courts by the whites. So, what a mess. Do you dispute that there is this anti-white culture? I mean, you're kind of swimming in it, Popcorn. You've sort of expressed some of it. You sort of projected your ideas of what your impressions are onto me as though they're mine. Popcorn. Do you see the anti-white culture? Do you see it? Or are you nose up against it and part of it, swimming in it? I'm swimming through it. But I also can tell that this is what's going on. It's been quite clear since, I don't know, 7th grade? When all the bad kids came over from the schools, the poor kids, because they're all into being Asian or Hispanic or whatever. Degenerate. Those two you mentioned are definitely anti-black, says Baldman54. Yeah, I mean, they might be a little over-biased. I don't know. But you pin them down, they're pretty fair to people. Popcorn is dishonest, says Terry. Wow. That's interesting. That's an interesting statement coming out of her. Might be right. Nice. Thank you, Popcorn. Appreciate that. I shall be checking for other calls, but I gotta get to Mark in Los Angeles, California. Speaking of, how you doing, Mark?
Real good. Happy Men's History Month.
You as well.
I wanted to talk about a situation you may not be aware of. There was a Jewish Israeli government worker in Las Vegas a week or so ago. He was there for an FBI convention on intelligence and surveillance because he works right under Bibi Netanyahu in Israel. So at the time he was at this convention, he got caught in an FBI sting of child predators. Okay, the FBI arrested him. He bailed out. They didn't take his passport. Unexplainable why his passport wasn't taken. He immediately flew back to Israel, and they're refusing to return this pervert. And Scam Bondi had appointed a Jewish Israeli-born prosecutor to prosecute this lowlife, but obviously she had to have had a hand in seeing to it that he kept his passport and flew to the criminal country of Israel. Israel is a criminal state, okay? And for you to say you put them up with the U.S. means that you're as guilty as they are for putting our Lord on that cross. If you support these people, okay, you're just as guilty as they are. Anyway, they refused to return this kosher pervert. And in the report, it said that there are at least 60, if you want to call them Americans, of Israeli background who have fled to the Jewish state to avoid prosecution. So when I say Israel is a criminal nation, I speak the truth. Because of the so-called law of return, they're not returning Jews who have committed crimes in other parts of the world because of this false narrative that the only reason they're being arrested and prosecuted is because they're Jews. The same argument Negroes use to get out of going to jail, well, I'm black, and it's racism, so you got to let me go. This is their trump card for the Negroes, and for the Jews, it's I'm returning to Israel, and if you try to prosecute me, you're an anti-Semite. So by the way, for the record,
Yes.
several conservative, so-called conservatives have supported Israel's right to keep their criminals from being brought to justice. One example, Michael Savage. He said that they shouldn't return him. So Savage is a fraud. He puts Jews first. Like you put Israel first, he puts Jews first too. I think you should both be ashamed, and you should both apologize to the victims of these monsters, including our Lord Jesus.
You make no sense. You make no sense with that part, FYI.
Oh, yeah, it makes a lot of sense.
In what way?
I'll tell you right now, you're supporting the people who killed our Lord, their inheritors who still deny his being the Son of God. You defend them. You're willing to, I don't know about you, but people on the right are willing to send troops to support these people. I wouldn't shed blood for these people. They've got a price to pay for what they've done. And for you to support them is really bad. They put our Lord on that cross and crucified him.
So did you.
I think you're aware of this, right?
So did you. Are you aware of that?
Well, I'm not Jewish.
Yes, you are.
And I don't support. I'm not Jewish, and I don't.
You
support
put
Israel.
you put Jesus on the cross.
I had nothing to do with it.
Yeah, you did.
I
To this day,
there.
you're doing it right now.
No, I love Jesus and I accept him as my personal savior.
Then why don't you do as he did?
So I can't love the people who crucified him, taking prayer out of school, pushing the colored races on us, supporting communism, and doing all the evil that they do. Now, I don't support.
Why don't you do as Jesus did if you love Jesus so much?
No, I do love him so much. I'm not going to turn the other cheek and be a pacifist. That's not what Christianity is.
That's not what turning the other cheek is.
Pardon?
That's not what turning the other cheek is.
Well, however you
do you know what? Did you know that Jesus said to turn the other cheek when you get slapped?
Yeah, I know that. I know that.
So then why are you not going to do what he did, and you're just going to mischaracterize what he said like everybody else?
I'll let Jesus judge me.
Okay, so then you don't actually love Jesus. You just have your own idea that you want to chase after.
Other people who love Jews and put them above us. No, I'm not going to listen to anything they say.
Well, it's because you're angry and blind, man. You're angry and blind.
No,
you don't know what you're talking about.
I love Jesus. I love Jesus. Do you?
But I just told you a different thing.
No, answer that. Do you?
I just said you're angry and blind. You don't know what you're talking about.
You won't answer the question.
Because it's a stupid question. You don't actually love Jesus. Give me a break.
No, I'm asking you if you do.
I don't care about your dumb question.
Okay, so you won't answer, so you know I'm right.
You know I'm right, that you don't even love Jesus.
I do.
No, you don't.
Oh, yeah. Who are you?
And you don't even make sense.
I do make sense.
No, you don't. Why are you saying that I'm guilty just because I joke about Israel being tied for first with America? I'm guilty of nailing Jesus on the cross for supporting Israel. Stupid.
No, wait. If you say it was a joke, then I'll stand corrected.
Yeah, stand corrected then.
So you don't support Israel?
Of course I support Israel. I'm a Christian.
Then you're lying. Then you just lied.
I was joking about them being tied for first with America.
That's what you said, so that wasn't to be believed?
Of course not. Take everything you hear with a grain of salt. But you're so angry that you take people the way that you want to take them so you can judge them.
No, I can't tell.
I don't know the truth about this pedophile thing, but it's ridiculous that you want me to apologize to the supposed victim children of the supposed story that I heard about.
Absolutely.
But I haven't Why should I apologize? That doesn't make any sense. You're talking like a feminist.
No, because you're defending the fact that these scumbags will never be brought to justice.
No, I'm not. I never said anything. I have not said a word about this story. I don't know the truth about it.
No, it's not just this story.
So why should I
you know-
apologize about something that has nothing to do with me?
Because you're supporting a state that harbors criminals who have victimized.
I support America.
Gentile
America harbors
people.
criminals. Am I guilty for that? Should I apologize for America
How do we
harboring
harbor
criminals?
criminals? Are you talking about the illegals?
All the evil things that America does. Am I responsible just because I support America?
No, that's not the same. This is our country.
It's a very similar thing.
Israel
Just because I
is not our
support
country.
Israel doesn't just support because I support Israel with moral support. I like them. Hey, Israel, and I like Bibi because he's manly. Doesn't mean that I should apologize to the victims. It sounds so stupid.
Oh yeah, I
you
think
sound
you
like a
should.
feminist.
No, not at all.
Yeah, you
The
totally
Zionists-
sound like a feminist
Well,
because
then you
feminists
sound like
think.
Okay.
Let
Then
me
you
explain
sound
why
like
you sound like a feminist.
No, let me say this. You sound like a Zionist. Are you a Zionist?
I don't know. Maybe I don't know what that is.
Okay,
So
it's a
don't
Jewish
you?
nationalist.
Can I explain why you sound like a feminist? Because everybody's heard the argument that I sound like a Zionist. It's boring. So the reason that you sound like a feminist is that feminists try to lump everybody into collective blame based on how they think or who they are. And that's what you're trying to do. Just because I say, oh, I support Israel. And all I ever do, my only way of support is saying, I support Israel. That's the extent of my support of Israel.
No,
and
you
what's
said
up,
you
Jews?
said
Hey,
number
Jews, I love
one.
you. If I love
You
anybody,
said
I love the
you-
Jews.
I
And
know
then I
that.
say,
And you
and then I,
serve-
oh,
wait.
and then I say, Jesus said, forgive them, for they know not what they do. But you don't want to
Well, let
forgive
me
them.
say this. And hey,
And
you
you're
serve
trying
them well.
answer my
You
point.
serve them well.
Can you talk
You
at one?
serve them well.
How do I
you
serve
serve-
them? How do I serve
You
them?
serve by propagating their poison.
What poison
They're
do I
the ones
propagate?
who put Jesus on the cross, and you're defending them.
What poison do
Okay,
I
just
propagate?
think about that. What you need to do is you need to listen to Nick Fuentes.
I know more about Nick Fuentes than you do.
Good.
I've been
Then you
supporting him
don't
for
sound
longer than
like
you.
Well, I know, but you don't.
I was
sound
supporting Nick Fuentes before you were born.
Well, I doubt that. But I do know that through you, I found out about Nick.
Yeah.
That I'll give you a thumbs up.
Now,
However, you're not listening to him. Obviously, you're not listening to him.
I just don't necessarily know what he knows or
Well,
necessarily
he's a genius. He
Right.
is a genius.
He is. You can tell
And
by
I
his
think
fingers.
I think that he is the greatest thing since Lincoln Rockwell.
I agree.
I think how could you agree and support Israel?
Because I'm a nice guy.
That doesn't jive. You can't play it both ways.
Sure, I
love
can.
you, Hake. I love you, but you're wrong.
But
You
it's,
can't
just because I
support
say
Jesus
I support
and
Israel
support
doesn't
Christ
mean that I
and people
support.
on the cross.
Doesn't mean that I. Well, I mean, it's a good thing that they put him on the cross, right?
No,
In the long run,
they tortured him. He suffered. He died and was buried.
he did it on purpose, right? He let them do it.
Okay, but the people that put
He
him
did
there
that
still
for our.
don't
He did that for
They-
our sins, right?
The Zionists still don't apologize.
Well, hold on,
for their
man.
sins. No, I heard what you said.
He did
but
that
you
for
won't let
our
me get any
sins.
words in. They
Slow down.
do not apologize.
Slow down.
What they did. They don't accept
They don't
him.
have to.
Oh, yeah. They don't have to. You're right. And they're doomed for hell.
And they did
Do
it
you
for.
wanna
And
join him?
Jesus did
Do
that
you
for
wanna
our
join
sins.
Pardon?
Jesus did that for our sins.
Okay, we know that.
All right.
But
So
it
then, what's
doesn't
your
change
problem?
The fact that they killed him. You could sweeten it up any way you want.
Of course
If
they
you
killed
don't
him.
accept
And
Jesus
did you
as
see
your
the part in the
personal
Bible that
savior-
says?
See, you're not letting me talk because you know I'm getting truth bombs out there.
You're not
that you don't
getting any
want to.
truth bombs.
Oh
You're
yeah, I do it
delusional.
every time, and you cut me off. I'm telling you, these people that don't accept Jesus, Jew or Gentile, are doomed for hell. The difference is the ones who did the murder are not apologizing for it, and
Why
you're
should
defending them because they killed our Lord and Savior. Don't you get it? Are you that
No.
thick? I love you, Hake. Don't take it personal.
Right.
But are you that thick that you can't see what you're doing? You're being fooled by Satan's children, and now you're going to tell me I'm wrong. No, you're wrong, and I don't support the Palestinians. 'cause
Okay.
they're
So
a
go back to
Satan
my original question about you being a feminist because you're.
I hate feminism.
Well,
I
then
hate
why-
it. It's communism.
but
It's
you didn't answer
Jewish
my
in
question.
nature. Bella Abzug, And all these Jew women are the ones who started that perverted movement, and I oppose feminism in every way that I can.
I know, but
go
you're
ahead.
falling in just like them.
In what way?
In the way that you're an accusatory person. You're not a
I'm
fair-minded
only
person.
accusing the people that have been defended by Israel and have used Israel as an escape mechanism to get out of our
Right.
criminal justice
I've heard of
system.
that.
Okay, there's at least 60 perverts over there now.
Maybe
they're
not.
not
I don't know. It
allowing
could be.
that.
It could be. I
So
don't
that's
know.
what Nick said. I believe Nick. And look at Scam Bondi. She's a Zionist. Did you know that? Yeah, I bet you didn't know that.
Of
She's
course
a Zionist.
she is. I know, everybody knows that. I mean,
She's not Jewish.
you have to assume that these people are. Spam Bondi's a normie mainstream conservative woman, so-called. Of course she's a Zionist. How are you going to pretend that she's not? How are you going to pretend you didn't know that? I mean, you just have to assume. How did you not assume that? I'm confused.
Well, she doesn't look Jewish.
But of course, but a lot of Christians don't look Jewish, but they're Zionists.
She is one of them.
Right. And so why are you surprised by that?
Well, I just thought blonde hair, white, lady. I figured she was a Christian.
She's like Gen X boomer, mainstream conservative. Every single person in politics who's mainstream conservative and on the national stage supports Israel, right?
I don't know. I'll have to take you at your word.
They're pretty much like that, except for like a couple, maybe like I'm talking about mainstream people on the national stage who are in office type people.
Oh, you're talking about the rhinos and the sellouts.
Yeah,
okay.
I mean, are you surprised that Pam Bondi is any different from a rhino sellout?
I guess not.
Yeah.
You're right.
All right, so
I'm just letting you know, because I don't think the audience may have known that she is a Zionist.
Oh.
She allowed this guy.
I would think I would think that
Sure.
would your baseline assumption.
No, but the point is,
now I don't know what this guy did.
He was arrested in a child predator ring.
Nice.
And he was arrested, and he was at an FBI convention. At a get together. He was right under your hero, Bibi. He was one of his right hand men. And
yeah, so maybe he got caught up in something that wasn't actually his fault. I don't know.
Then why did he run?
Because you don't.
Because he knew he had safe haven in your favorite country.
Why? Well, why wouldn't you run if say you were innocent? Say you were innocent, wouldn't you run?
I wouldn't run.
I know I would run.
I know I'm a Christian, and I would face up to whatever I had to face up to. But
you
these
talk
cowards
big.
run to a criminal.
So how about Asmodor? My friend and your friend Asmodor, he ran from the law. He ducked the law, the crooked law, you might call it. I don't know.
He didn't have a government protecting him.
Right. Exactly.
Well,
I would have supported Asmodor run into Israel if he could have done that.
Well, he couldn't because he's not a Jew.
I know.
But Epstein, did you know that Epstein?
But he stayed in hiding. Asmodor. My point is, Asmodor was a Christian, and he didn't face up to whatever they were going to come at him with. And I don't fault him for that. I don't know. Maybe he should have, and maybe he could be alive today. Maybe get some medical attention or whatever happened. But there are Christians who also duck the crooked government coming down on them, and who knows what the truth is of this guy.
In this case, the only crooked government is Israel. And on top of that, Epstein did the same thing. Our friend Epstein, he fled to Israel. Okay, this is a common practice.
Right, I've heard that.
Sexual predators. Okay, it's true. Among Jewish sexual predators, I have the proof. I'm giving it to you now.
Nice.
You have 60 of them in Israel. And what gets me, though, what really irks me, it's not so much that they won't send them back, is that it's goyim like you that support the government of Israel.
But all I do is talk about it. I'm like, I stand with Israel. And I partly do it because you guys are so crazy against it.
All you got to do is say neutral. I support neither side like me.
No, that's lame.
I don't support the Arabs. I support America.
Nice.
I don't want my money going to the Arabs. I don't want it going to the Jews. I don't want it going to anywhere. I don't want it going to the Russians.
Do you see how it's insane to call on me to apologize to the victims, supposed victims?
If you support Israel holding those perverts and protecting them, yes. If you don't,
Right. But
stand
you have
corrected.
right. But I don't support them because I neither support nor condemn them doing that because I haven't looked into it for myself. So I can't comment on it.
We know this guy was arrested. I'm talking about the one.
Just because he's arrested doesn't mean he's guilty. He may be
Okay,
guilty,
we know
whatever. I'm
we know
white.
Epstein was
I believe in
guilty.
innocent unless proven guilty and not speaking on something that I don't know about.
Epstein was found guilty and he fled to Israel. He was guilty.
He should have stayed there.
Yeah,
He could be alive
been
today.
gassed. He should have been sent to the gas chamber.
I don't know about that. I think it was I think it was not as bad as you guys are making it out to be.
Oh, well, how many kids does he have to abuse to get the gas?
I don't know if they were kids, honestly. They were underage young women.
Convicted of child molestation. What are you talking about?
I don't think that was what his conviction was.
No. Why are you defending Satan?
I'm not defending. I'm defending what the truth is.
When you defend Epstein, that's the same as defending Satan.
I'm not defending him. All I said was I don't know what I don't know how bad it was. You're making it out to be so bad.
Well, he was convicted, wasn't he?
He was convicted, but not of child molestation. I don't
Need
believe.
I say more?
Convicted doesn't mean anything.
Well, it does in this country. Maybe not in Israel. In your country it doesn't. In my country it does.
I know, but look, Derek Chauvin was convicted, and what does that mean?
It means we have a racial problem in America,
right?
Where in order to appease the Negro from tearing the country down, we had to put an innocent white man in jail.
And we also have an anti-man type of situation where men are accused and found and convicted sometimes of sex crimes that aren't even actually true.
Well, if they're convicted, you don't have a leg to stand on.
Nah, yes, we do, because there have been many men who've been falsely convicted of rape, and turns out the woman lied or whatever.
That's about 1/10 of 1%. Can you name one? Name one.
What's his name? The football player who the woman admitted later she lied.
Well, that's pretty vague. You got any names?
No. Are you pretending that there is not only an anti-white? No. Let me ask you my question.
I told you yes.
Nuh-uh.
It's a fraction of a percent.
Nuh-uh. That's not my question.
Okay, what's the question?
Do you agree with me that there is an anti-man culture that has permeated even the justice system?
And that would be because of the Jews who have promoted feminism.
Okay, but yes or no? Anti-man culture.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Then, okay, that's my point.
And in particular, anti-white man.
You're right.
Not anti-Negro man.
The black men fall prey to it too. You seen what they did to Bill Cosby? That was part of the anti-man thing.
He should have been castrated. They should have castrated
I gotta go,
him.
man.
Well, you want to see a black man rape white women and walk?
Maybe.
Then you're just as evil as he is. But I love you, Hake. God bless you.
All right, you too.
And have a good weekend.
You
Bye-bye.
too. Bye. See, after a harsh disagreement, we agreeably and amicably say goodbye to each other. This is civilized Men's History Month. My goodness. Okay, let me plow through all of these calls. I think I can make it. Jermaine in Canada is on the line here. Jermaine, how you doing?
Hey, Hake, how are you?
Doing fine, thank you.
Hey, happy Men's History Month.
You as well, sir.
I forgot what I was calling about. You and
shout out to Mark. He has great calls.
Yeah, you and Mark was going at it.
Yeah, I get carried away. Sorry. Go ahead.
No, it's good. I was calling about that clip earlier on the show with Jesse Lee on JLP's show with the officer there. Is he an officer or a space guy? Something along those lines.
Space Force Sergeant, 27 years old at the time. Now I guess he was kicked off the Space Force over this incident maybe, or I don't know. But he caught them trying to steal or break into his Hyundai Elantra. Let me not get caught up on the name of it. And chased after them. They started running away in their car. He got in his car and chased them, and then they crashed, and then there was a foot chase, and then he shot him. And And you got 54 years for being an old school man, which I disclaim and I disavow.
54 years. That's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, that is crazy. That's insane. That was in, I forget, Colorado? Aurora, Colorado, maybe? I forget.
Oh yeah. There's a story like that now here in Canada where they broke into this guy's house and he defended his property.
Yeah.
And he's facing the same amount of years for defending his house and family. That's just crazy to me.
And this, okay, so some could claim, oh, you shouldn't have chased them. And I can sympathize with that argument about this Space Force guy. What happened with the Canada guy? Was he in his home and he shot them? Or was he outside of his home chasing them down?
He was in his home.
And did he shoot him in the front or in the back?
That I don't know. I don't know where he shot them.
Did he legally have his gun?
It's funny because if you legally, yeah. But they don't want you to have a gun here in Canada because it's a safety issue, right? So it's kind of funny that they don't want you to have a gun because they're like, gun is a problem.
No, you're the problem, Canada. Government and criminals.
That is right. Yeah, so you can't defend your property. You can't. It's like you're incentivizing the criminals to go and misbehave.
Yeah.
And stealing cars here is at a high, man. People, when they park their car, those sticks that they put in between the wheels, the steering wheel.
Oh, yeah, the club. That. It used to be, there used to be one that was called the club. And it's so that they can't steal it and drive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And, for a new president, what's his name? Corny. I don't even know this guy's name, honestly, because I really don't care.
Prime Minister?
But, yeah, Mark Corny or something like that.
Carney, yeah.
A fitting name, Corny.
Nice. What a mess.
Yeah. Yeah, now they're taking down the Canadian flag at his office, and he put up the LGBTQ flag.
Oh, because it's Pride Summer over there.
Yeah.
You guys don't just get a month. You guys get the whole season. Disgusting.
Yeah, I mean Canada is a good country. It's just being run by like crazy evil people.
Yeah,
it's insane, man.
Yep. Wow.
I think I had something else, but now I forgot what it was. But, yeah. Oh, yeah. I wanted to say shout out to GLP for having great experts, man. You guys are amazing, and keep it up, man. You guys are doing a good job.
Nice.
From what I see, yeah.
Right on. Appreciate that. Jermaine in Canada, appreciate you.
All right, man. You have a good show, Hake.
All right. Take care.
Bye.
Bye. Wow. Rob in NorCal on the line here. Rob, what's up, man?
What's up, Hake? How you doing, man?
Doing well. We have to have an abbreviated call. I apologize.
I know. Oh, man, I know. I messed up on Wednesday because I had more time, and I'm so used to calling at the end. And nice. I didn't see you pulling up the video on the screen. So
nice.
But and one thing, shout out to Mark because he's absolutely right, and we can get into that another day.
Sounds
if you want to
good.
get proof that design is flag, you can watch The Last American Vagabond. He's all about that.
Well, don't be promoting on my show, man. What the heck?
He doesn't compete with you. He's a completely different time zone.
I don't care if it's a competitor or not. You're not supposed to be promoting anything without permission on my show.
Talk about. Oh, I'm sorry about that.
I get that you want to start to jump about Nick Fuentes. I mention him so much that I guess it's hard. It's hard not to mention Nick Fuentes because he's so dominant.
Copy that. All right. I will never do that again. Hey, I apologize.
Accepted.
All right. So I want to get back to this video that I posted. That I sent to you. Do you still have that?
Not handy. But explain.
No.
No, I don't have it handy.
Okay,
but go ahead.
All right. Well, the airplane is going at Mach 3. Mach 3 is 2,300 miles per hour. The chart or the slide at the end shows the miles of drop off on the Earth. And so if you're dropping off, if you're going Mach 3, the Earth behind the curve is dropping off 140 miles 16 times in an hour. So a plane going at Mach 3 over a supposed ball Earth would be pointing down about every 5 minutes, 5-6 minutes or something like that.
So
the diameter of the Earth.
So 2,200 miles an hour, something like that, right? Is Mach 3? And Earth,
yeah.
And Earth is 10 times that, right?
Correct.
So it would take 10 hours to go around Earth?
Approximately, yeah.
So it would be 5 hours to be upside down.
Yeah.
Not 5 minutes, 5 hours, right? Or am I confused?
Yeah, 5 hours to be upside down. Correct.
Okay.
But they've never actually. They've never actually circumnavigated Antarctica, which is another thing we can get into because tsunamis prove that Antarctica is not an island continent. Because when a tsunami hits in the Pacific, the wave pattern goes around Australia because Australia is an island continent.
Okay.
And when it hits Antarctica, the wave pattern gets reflected back. The waves don't go around Antarctica because Antarctica isn't real.
I'll tell you one thing that's different
around us.
Can I tell you something that's different about Antarctica from Australia?
Go ahead.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but Australia resides in the Pacific, maybe hinting at the Indian Ocean or something like that. I don't know. Whereas, okay, so there's Australia, I think. And whereas Antarctica has the Pacific, all this, and then it also has the Atlantic. And where I happen to have heard that, unfortunately, there's too much cloud cover on my beautiful globe, beach ball globe. I heard that the waters
Exhibit A.
I hear that the waters underneath South America, that's South America, right? Where the Pacific and the Atlantic Ocean come together, this is a lot of churning. Because the Pacific and Atlantic Ocean are very different in their stuff, and so this is very rough to travel underneath. So that might cause what you're running into, right?
No, that stuff would happen when situation is normal, right? Like in Star Wars, situation normal. But situation is not normal when a tsunami hits because it's just a big, massive earthquake in the ocean. So it creates a wave pattern that's greater than that in situation normal. You see what I'm saying? So, but
I know, but there's a lot of chaos right here that's causing it to be different. Don't you see that there's not so much chaos necessarily that I know of around Australia? Because it has maybe the Indian Ocean over here. There's the Pacific, Atlantic, and Indian Ocean. And I don't understand the Indian Ocean. But
yeah, it's a big body of water with a line in it somewhere. You're okay, Princess.
But anyway, interesting. We'll have to discuss more later, I guess.
Okay. I'll have to give you a call back early Wednesday, not run off the line like I did last time.
Okay.
All right, man. But God bless y'all. Have a great weekend, and I'll talk to you soon.
Appreciate you, Rob. Take care. Nice. Maze, beautiful Maze, my favorite caller. Hey, Maze.
How are you today?
Fine. How are you doing over there in Dayton, Ohio?
Since you're so quick on your little laptop.
Oh. Uh-oh.
I got some news for you. DC is not Chocolate City anymore. It went away in 2011 when it dropped below 50%. Look it up.
Oh, really? It's not. So it's less than 50%.
No, it's not Chocolate City. That's what ignorant people think. It's still just all black people. But it's less.
So it was. So D.C. used to be more than 50% black?
Yes, it did, but it's not now.
But anything over 10% is way too high. Are you kidding me?
That's what I'm saying. When they purchased all those people land and bought their houses out and they moved in, it made it not Chocolate City anymore. And then now I need you to explain something to me. Just look it up. You got your computer. Show the bright people so they can see.
I don't know if I can because there's too much pressure.
Well, since you can't do that, now what happened with the thing with Trump yesterday? Since I heard two people that's so happy about it. What did he get that was so great?
He got to keep his building or whatever. Because
no, it had nothing to do with his building.
Oh, I thought that woman wanted to take away his stuff.
No, she was fining him every day until he paid the fine that he owed. So they took that away, but he still got to pay. It didn't take him away from what he did. He just the fine that he had to pay. Yeah. I mean, for being late.
Whatever.
So they took that away. So I was saying to myself, so if they took his away, why can't they take everybody else's? You just pay the bill that you owe and be through with it and not being fined for it. So what's so great about that? He got it. Who else going to get something like that?
Talk to the judge. I don't know.
And you got people all up in their drawers about it. I mean, like, really?
Whatever.
What's so funny about it? But just, I'd like for you to see and search for yourself. Not listen to what I got to say. I want you to know, and then you'll understand. People that don't understand things can't grasp it anyway. But tell Mark, he still can't tell you about the picnics if he was there.
Oh, okay.
He was enjoying them. Okay, have a good one.
You too. Thank you, Mace. Take care. And, okay, real quick, a super chat from Cesar, or Cesar. Sup, Hake Men's History shout-out goes to Jared Diamond, Pulitzer Prize-winning author for his book Guns, Germs, and Steel. Touches on the theory why certain civilizations were more successful than others. His theory, which I highly agree with, might even answer the question Daniel brought up during his call earlier. Apparently some civilizations got lucky being at the right place, geographically speaking. Certain places produced fertile land, came with domesticable, whatever, plants and animals, which basically help societies grow its population easier and faster. Unfortunately for sub-Saharan Africa, that area was given the short end of the stick. Poor soil, tropical diseases, etc. I urge Daniel and you, Hake, look into that guy's research. Truly eye-opening. Happy Men's History Month, Cesar or Cesar. Have a great weekend, everybody. Cool sunglasses, big grin, and celebration tan hands. Thank you, sir. Wow. Interesting. So it has nothing to do with the people? Nice. Sweet. Let me double check over on here because that would be horrible if like Lin Yan Chin or somebody gave something and I didn't see it. Okay. Well, in the meantime, mute this and get to, I have a couple of minutes here to get to, oh, my caller just dropped. Who is that? Never mind. I thought I was going to get to one of my last callers. I had one in particular that I wanted to get to. We do have the Fallen State coming up soon, everybody. Let me just double check on Rumble and elsewhere. What's up, Slave to Him? Peace in the Puzzle. Buddy 1205. Zylo. Nice to see you. Dustin Cross. JRR Trollkin. The nutcase who was going crazy yesterday about the silent prayer. And JLP. How you doing? Hello to Jules Verne 23. The supporter over on the Rumble crew. What's up? What's up? Come on, man. You are what you say I am. Back at you. Come on, man. And the rest of the people over there on the YouTube crew. Like to make sure that I get to everybody. Hello to Groovy Monkey, Chirp Alert, Alerter 5000, Kilo Alpha Tango, Beta Legs, DJ on Paul. I got to get out of here, actually. So the rest of the callers, Rick in Hampton, VA. I forget who I was going to get to. But, alas, peace in the Middle East. or at least in your hearts, the fallen state coming up next. Bye, guys. Take care. No Fob Friday.